not helping you grow, they gotta go. If they not helping you grow, they gotta go. Period. Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Daija, and today I wanted to make a quick little chit chat for Valentine's Day. So I wanted to give my quick little thoughts about love and relationships. Not only am I unemployed, but I'm also single, so I got time today. I got time. I ain't gonna read nobody, not in this video. We're gonna keep it light. But I got a couple things I want to talk about. Not only because it's Valentine's Day coming up, but I had a lot of thoughts about just love, and just the nature of like relationships in general, and what do we need relationships for? Like, what are relationships, I feel like? And I've been questioning a lot lately. Basically, over the past couple months, I've been like in my solitude, which I've described in a couple of my videos, and I've just been taking the time to really like digest, I guess, my life and the things that I've gone through in my life and how they've affected me now, presently. So in doing so, I realized that there has been a lot of shifts in my relationships. I've noticed with the mindset shift that I've gone through, it's shown through the relationships and the people that I've encountered, even new people that I've encountered. I'm starting to see relationships in a different light. Been drawing like a lot of conclusions about people I used to hang out with and the people that I used to be in a relationship with, and just really trying to fit all that into how it made me the Daija that I am today. I feel like, just my opinion, I'm very spiritual. Like, she's a spiritual girl. So I'm gonna be talking a lot in terms of my spirituality and what I believe about love and the universe and everything. So in my opinion, I feel as though everyone on this earth came from a source, whether you want to call the source, or you want to call the source, the universe, God, however you want to call it. We are all innately connected because we all came from the same source, correct? Right. With that being said, any relationship that I've encountered, I don't believe any of them have been coincidences. I feel like I was supposed to encounter the relationships that I was supposed to encounter for a reason, and I feel like that reason was to enhance my spiritual growth, or just my growth as a person. And I think when it comes to love, I feel like I was always confused about what I defined love as. If I'm being completely honest, I've never thought I've seen what real love was. Like, any type of love that I've seen, I always questioned it, and I always looked at how people treated each other, how people talked to one another, and I felt like there was like a huge disconnect from what I thought love was to what I was seeing for the most part. And yeah, I just always questioned love, and I don't know, I've always envisioned love to be something different for me. And now growing up and having cultivated the friendships, the romantic relationships, having built like family dynamics and relationships with my family, now I'm starting to see love as something like way like bigger. Like, I feel like bigger than me, and it is bigger than me. Love is an energy, right? It's an energy. Nobody really, I don't know who studies love. I think there's people out there that studies love, but it's still a very complex thing. But I think it fuels our whole being. I feel like we are just vessels of love. And I feel like when we encounter people, like I've said, I don't think any of the encounters I've had in my life are coincidences. But like, when I encounter people, it's to show me how to love more. I think that's the whole purpose of making relationships. I think it's just to learn to love more. And I feel like because we are just beings of love, connecting with other people. I was editing in a cafe one day with my camera, and one of the guys that worked at the store, he was just like, oh, like, let's see, camera, what kind of camera is that? And I was like, oh, this is I told him the camera I had, and we just had like a little 3-hour conversation talking about just like life, the universe, and everything in between. Like, it was just like a dope ass conversation. I just feel like that encounter was not a coincidence. I felt like at that time I was very high off of like creativity, and that's why I brought my camera to the cafe, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna edit today. I'm gonna put all my YouTube videos up, and I'm gonna edit my TikToks, and I'm gonna do all this stuff because I want to be a content creator. So I was like really high off that, and I feel like it wasn't a coincidence. And we're all love, and love is energy, and energy can't be destroyed or like cut off and snipped and shit like that. Like, it's all love travels through all of us. It travels through time, through space, through physical matter. It just is. So the reason why I encountered that person at that time, and we was able to like talk about how he wanted to start his own channel and like stuff like that, it was because we were both at a certain frequency of love, and we were able to connect and bring that love together. And I feel like, oh, I talked about love with a stranger. Like, it wasn't even on that tip. Like, we wasn't even flirting or nothing like that. We were just literally talking about our passions and shit like that. And yeah, just had like a dope ass encounter with a like random stranger at a cafe. And it was just like, oh, I still remember that to this day. And what's also funny is I started reading the book by Bell Hooks, All About Love. It's pretty popular. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who have read it. The way she described love really resonated with me. She defined love as supporting one another's spiritual growth, or like enhancing someone's spiritual growth, and that's what like true love is. And I couldn't agree more, just by the experiences I've been having. The journey I've been on to heal my past trauma and love myself more has been really intense over the past couple months. But when I really think about it, over like the course of my life, just I've been really learning a lot about myself through other people. And it's because other people, when I encounter them, they're literally like mirrors. Like, we're all just, like I said, we're all from the same source, and we're all just experiencing each other through different perspectives. I don't know, it makes me feel really connected and really like love, because my love is like indestructible. Like, it can't be stopped. You can't like just cut off love. So I was gonna talk about this on camera, but I realized that talking on camera like can be very therapeutic for me, especially helping my confidence or just my like speaking in general. We learn a lot about love through traumatic experiences, because if love is about spiritual growth, I think you grow the most during really harsh times or during really difficult times. That's when we have the area to grow the most, because when you feel like you were lacking, or if you're like suffering, or if you feel like you're going through a lot of pain, there's a space to be filled there. Like, there's an area for you to get uplifted and like grow out of that and just beat that stage of your life. Because, you know, moments come and go. We have hard times, we have good times, and I feel like all of it just helps us grow more. I think one of the most traumatic, well, the most traumatic experience I've probably experienced throughout my life was my mom passing away. After my mom passed away, it was hard for me to like feel like stuff, I guess. Like, I kind of had that memory of like those feelings tucked away so that I can go to school, go to college, and like do regular lifestyle stuff, like eat, take a shower, wash my ass, like to do regular stuff. I kind of had to like throw that in the back of my head so that it wouldn't be at the forefront, and so I could just manage and live. I didn't fully accept that she was gone. It was hard for my brain to catch up with what reality was like, I guess. So basically it was times where I felt like she would walk into the door. Like, I would wait in the living room, and I distinctly remember this. I would wait in the living room or just sit on the couch and wait for my mom to walk through the front door. And then I didn't tell nobody this, because like I feel like subconsciously I knew people would think I was crazy. So I never like said to my dad like, hey, like when's mom coming back? I kind of just kept it in my head. I was like, all right, she's coming back, like she's gonna come back. It wasn't until like maybe years later, like I kept having these moments where I felt like she was gonna just appear out of nowhere, like she was just gonna come back in the flesh or just come back to me. For like years I feel like I hadn't really accepted that she was like not here anymore. Like, I haven't accepted that reality. I didn't feel like I was in that timeline anymore. I still felt like I was in the timeline where she was still here. Then on top of that, let me tell you, so I went to college right after, maybe 3 weeks after she passed, and like it was really, I hadn't gotten therapy. I went straight into college. I don't regret it to this day, but it was kind of rough. It's kind of like, damn, I just lost my mom and I just gotta get thrown into this new reality now. Drugs, sex, and alcohol, and papers. So yeah, so went straight into college, and I still was having those reoccurring moments where I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go see my mom later, like da-da-da. It was just like weird. Like, I just felt like I was living like my reality, my physical 3D reality, and then like another reality like somewhere in my head somewhere where she was still here. And then I was having these lucid ass dreams. We're gonna get into these dreams. I was having these dreams where I felt like my mom, like I was with my mom. Like, it's like I was at school, at college, doing my work, going working on campus, being with my friends, doing regular shit. And then it didn't even have to be when I was asleep. I would just get into this other mode where it's like I'm living with my mom, we're in the house, she's cooking, like we're playing with each other, like we're watching TV, like we were just living a regular life. But I was with my mom, and then I was just living, I was living two lives, basically. I don't know. And like I said, the mind does weird things, I believe. I'm not a the people that study the brain, but even them people that study the brain still don't know what the brain is capable of doing. So it's like, nobody don't know. But I'm telling you, my brain was doing some tricks. It was doing some tricks. I was like, oh, what's going on? But I feel like your mind, or like, maybe it wasn't in my mind. Maybe it was maybe it was my soul. Like maybe, I don't know. I feel like maybe I was protecting myself. Or not even protecting myself. Maybe I was just actually, that's just how it was supposed to be. Like, at first I thought it was because I was protecting myself. But then I was like, what if that's just what it was? What if maybe in another reality I was with my mom, and then I was, in my 3D reality, I was here? And I was just like, wow, that's fucking cool. Like, that's fire. Like, I don't know, after a while, I think, I actually do distinctly remember, I just stopped having those dreams, and I stopped having those realizations. But just off that experience alone, like having those dreams about my mom, it just taught me that the love that she had for me, it surpassed her physical body. Like, it was, that love that we shared was still there, basically. It just proved to me that our love was so strong that it made me actually believe that she was still here, or that I still had her. And I do still have her. Like, that's what it taught me, is that I will always have her, regardless of whether she's physically here or not. I was watching a cartoon called Midnight Gospel, and basically it was just about this guy. He was like talking a lot about spirituality and like psychedelics and all this stuff. He interviewed a couple people, and the last interview was with his mom, who was like, I think she was dying of like stage 4 cancer. I connected with the series like immediately, because she basically told him, like, wherever she ends up, like, she'll always like love him, because like I said before, love can't be destroyed. Like, it can only be like transferred. So I think when it came to my mom, I felt like the love that we had was just transferred into another like realm, I guess. Like, it was, couldn't be physical, so it like got to another space, but it was still present. Love is always present. And so, yeah, I think that experience alone just taught me how I'm not alone. Like, it was only times where I maybe felt pain. I felt like, people don't understand me, or people don't get me, but as much time as I spent alone throughout my life, I can honestly say that I've never actually felt alone. It's because, like I said before, like, I'm love. And I know that love exists. It's in the atmosphere, it's just in the air, it's in other people. And since I've always encountered other people, I'm a part of this. I'm a part of the energy that came from source. Like, it's always ever present. Like, I'm never lacking love, if that makes sense, because I am love. So tying it back to how I feel like relationships are, I think love, since it like runs through all of us, I think that for me, separation, or like being like physically away from somebody, doesn't define the amount of love that you have for them. So like, I have a best friend, and there was times we haven't spoken to each other in years. Like, we wouldn't speak to each other for years, like throughout our life. But I've known her since I was 10, and we're still like extremely close to this day. We're even closer now. Like, we've grown so much individually and together that I could honestly say, like, she's definitely somebody that is going to be in my life for even after this life. Because yeah, that love that I carry for her is very strong. So she's going to be with me for a while. But with that being said, the physical distance between us never really mattered much to me, because anytime we would link back up, it would be like maybe 2 years. We'd be in high school, because we went to different high schools. and we would link up, and it would really be like we never left. Like, it would be like nothing's changed. Like, it would be so cool. That's another relationship that's taught me about love. The physical distance you have between somebody does not correlate to the love you have for them. That's not like how it works. This physical shit is just what it is. It's just physical shit. Like, there's things beyond this realm that we're on that I feel like we should start tackling a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest, this physical shit is getting whack. That's why it's hard for me to get in relationships too, because I need somebody that's gonna love me for real, for real, for real. Okay, like we talked about before, the growth aspect. I need somebody that's gonna help me grow. Like, I need to be growing out this bitch. I can't just be having somebody that just want to be with me, just be around me and just waste and just be around and just, I can't do that. I love myself too much. I can't just have people just around me. Like, everything is intentional for me. Okay, we have to be growing. Okay, Pookie. Oh, just as a conclusion, because I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm gonna get better at talking in these videos, and I'm not gonna look at the viewfinder a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna look at the little screen to like check to look if I'm okay anymore. I'm gonna get used to not doing that. To conclude this video, I just wanted to say that we are love. Everyone on this planet is love. We are love experiencing itself. The relationships that we accumulate over this lifetime are not just what they physically appear to be. They're experiences you have so that you and the person you're encountering that relationship grows as a spirit, as a soul, I feel like. And then you take that growth with you through eternity, I feel like. So if anybody's down and out about a relationship, or like a relationship that didn't work out romantically, or they're breaking up with a friend, or they're going through stuff with their family, I hope everyone has a good Valentine's Day, and I hope everyone spreads as much love as possible. Oh, and another note, I feel like the encounters you have with love have a lot to do with how much you love yourself, because like I said, we're all mirrors. So I feel like those encounters you have are really correlated with how much you have been loving yourself and how much you've learned to love yourself. And that goes for romantic relationships, especially because it's Valentine's Day, and I said I wasn't gonna read nobody in this video, but okay, you gonna know when it's time to go. You girls, boys, everybody, y'all gonna know when it's time to go. If they not helping you grow, they gotta go. If they not helping you grow, they gotta go, period. But yeah, love yourself, know what you need for yourself. Everything else around you will follow. I truly believe that it's important to believe in stuff other than money and other stupid shit. Believe in loving yourself. Believe in yourself, basically. Just believe in yourself. That's the end of this video. I talked a lot. It's gonna be really hard editing this video because I was all over the place, but I'm gonna still do it and get it uploaded by tomorrow, by Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Daija again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.